Hi everyone, welcome along. It's the 19th of December. Let's see what's behind the Advent calendar door today. Some lovely woolly winter mittens. Grab your paints and let's get started. So to draw our mittens, it's a nice rounded shape. Just make sure you got your thumbs on the right side. And what are a pair of mittens without a string? Now I'm going to do some patterns on them. So I'll draw those in first. And there we go, some zigzags. Yeah, nice one. Okay, I'm going to do a lovely red and white design. Nice and Christmassy. But I'm going to show you a nice little helpful trick for creating the white bits of your mittens. Oh, dog's barking, beg your pardon. I can hear it. I don't know if you can, so I'm probably be foolishly drawing attention to it when I don't need to at all. Anyway, that's very dark, that's fine. We just add loads of water and then take a little bit out. And that is the beauty of having little separate wells in your palette. Just allows you to separate off a little bit. So I've got my, my 4/10 brush. And what I'm going to do is this part of the mitten is going to be white, but you can see what I'm doing is just creating like a knitted texture to it. So just dabbing the brush with this very, very dilute colour. That's just going to look like white. So when you're wondering about how to paint white things, what you need to think about is where the light and shadow is on the thing. Is there texture like on these? Then that makes your life a whole lot easier because you can paint the texture. Now for the red sections of the mittens, I'm going to first paint them in just in a block colour. Sort of not too concentrated, a bit of lightness there, so I'm just using water to spread around the colour I put down initially. Let's get a little bit more. But this means I can then layer up some colour over the top once that's dried and get the texture of the mittens for the red section too. The mittens are painted in, and now I'm going to get a little bit of Alizarin Crimson and add it to the red. That will not only darken the colour but also just make it a little bit more concentrated. And now the mittens have dried, I'm going to use that colour to add the detail. So for the band around the hand, we've got these longer stripes, and then I'm going to do the same knitted brush strokes. So fill in both of the mittens with these textures, and then we can finish it off. Okay, now I'm going to do little dashes along the top edge of the zigzag. And then a string. I might actually use the bigger brush for this, just because larger brushes hold more colour on their bristles, which means you can sort of paint a long line and famous last words, and do it in fewer brush strokes. But there we go. There we are. So the lovely thing is you've got that nice bit of shadow just creating the white. But what I am going to do is I am just going to add just a little bit more just along the bottom there. And then we can rub out the pencil. And it's all done.